Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Asakura P. Today I've got with me Mugi.
Hi, yeah, it's just the two of us tonight. We had like a Chinese person with us, but he said something about Tiananmen Square or the police or something and
Uh,
had to leave.
well that's unfortunate for him. Perhaps as a response to that, the creator added these inertia rooms to the game.
And basically, the game does not normally have momentum, but in inertia rooms it does.
And it's a pretty extreme effect, so I'm used to controlling the game with its normal, incredibly precise, no momentum controls, and right now there's a lot of momentum, and so if I try and play the game the same way, I'm going to die.
To put it in terms of other games, it's like you're playing NES Mega Man, and then suddenly you boot up Super Mario World.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison, although it might even be more extreme than that.
Yeah, I think it's more extreme than Super Mario World.
At least before you get the pendant.
Yeah, which is the accessory that lessens the effect of inertia. Spoilers.
Now, in a lot of games this would be really terrible, but the levels in this are very clearly designed around the fact that the amount of inertia has been increased. In fact, they contain jumps that you cannot complete except for the inertia helping you across the gap a little bit.
Yeah, the author clearly put a lot of thought into actually making these levels work around the inertia instead of just being like, time for some inertia, guys. And I think, do you just jump down for this one? Yeah.
Yeah. So another checkpoint.
And that's definitely one you want to get because you don't want to go through area 3, whatever.
We're
the
on
last
5.
one was.
Oh,
Right.
oh, you mean the first one, the one we were just on, yeah. So
Yeah.
this gap right here, I don't believe you can make this gap without the inertia helping you. And this little flying guy is a fireball that chases you through some levels. He doesn't show up very often, and he's
Yeah,
usually not a problem when he does, except when he is.
I think they only show up in like this area of the game actually.
There's
But
randomly one in the next area in one room, and it's blue for whatever reason.
oh, right. But yeah, they're not much of a problem as long as you keep moving.
And as long as you don't die to other things, which seems to be a problem for me right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've got it good now. That was close.
Oh, and you might have noticed that the generic enemy type in this area is snails, which is not as cool as platypi.
Yes, we've moved from bouncing mushrooms and platypi to snails and another enemy type that hasn't been shown yet, but will show up pretty soon.
And also the fireball guys is for good measure.
I don't think they... Oh, shit. I just died on bullets shot from the second enemy type that we haven't seen yet.
You having enough trouble with his jump yet?
It's a lot harder than I remember it. It's actually a pretty close jump, and like I said, you can't do it without the... Oh, shit!
Odd. Well, this video's off to a good start. Like before we started recording, Kevin was all like, "Oh, I've practiced this a lot. It'll go a lot faster tonight." He's like, "Yeah, okay."
Okay, so let's wait for the bullets this time.
That's actually a pretty tight jump there too. Oh yeah, penguins.
Okay. Oh, this room's wonderful.
This room is not as hard as it looks at first glance, but it's basically how precisely can you control with the momentum in place. Oh.
And that just illustrated a problem that's you have to watch out for in a lot of these rooms, which is spikes that come from off-screen to kill you. And they're generally placed in such a way that it was very clearly the intent that they would kill you because you're not expecting them.
Yeah. Once again, the creator abusing the fact that everything spawns in the same position every time.
Okay.
Oh yes, this room. This room introduces a new mechanic, which I don't think we've seen before, which is the moving lasers.
Yeah, there's a couple of rooms that you can get to that have them earlier in the game, but I ended up not actually going to them.
And basically, they're lasers that move. It's pretty advanced gameplay. Oh god. But yeah, there's some pretty nasty rooms with these guys later.
Yeah, those are not for a while, though.
Thankfully.
Thankfully for
everyone.
you.
Well, for everyone, really.
Ah, shit.
Oh, so close. See, even a room like this is kind of deceptively simple. It looks like you don't really have to pay attention, but you do. Oh, that was close. Oh, there you go.
So, the way you're actually supposed to get up here, and this just gave me an explosive power-up to my killing shot, so now that explodes. And it's actually really helpful for killing enemies and for opening up walls.
Yeah, because now you don't have to painfully whittle away at walls one tile by one. It just blows it all if it wants.
So that bubble key I got there, that actually puts a teleport block right next to the chest. But I just got the chest by moving one of these teleport blocks.
And there you go.
So you have to get the explosion power up first thing when you come to this area, otherwise you won't be able to proceed. And this jump is kind of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go back through the game with the air dash, all these jumps are so simplified.
The air dash simplifies many things about the game.
Yeah. Which is why it's good, I suppose, that it's basically hidden in, like, the ends of hell.
Ah, shit.
Is there, like, a point to those breakable blocks?
Yeah, I got a key in there.
Oh.
There's a few times in this game where you'll open up some breakable blocks and you'll immediately get an item and you won't even really have time to register what that item is. And I didn't realize until my second time through the game. Oh shit, I need to go through that door.
Yeah, you should probably
okay.
Save your place in the room.
Yeah, I didn't realize until my second time through the game just what some of the items in breakable walls actually were.
Well, I imagine that they were mostly keys or bubble keys.
Yeah, a lot of them are bubble keys, and generally you should be able to tell when it's a bubble key because the screen flashes, but sometimes, you know, I was so in the moment I didn't notice that. So to proceed in here, you gotta drop down there. Oh, great.
So you were 420 smoking Asakura all day?
I'm not entirely sure why you're saying that, but okay. I mean, it's probably smoking Asakura is probably better than smoking weed.
I mean, you said you were so into the game you didn't notice. It's I don't know. It's a bad joke.
So up there you can see the chest. We can't get that for a very long time. Forget it exists.
Oh, and here's a giant snail.
Now, I actually just hit the wall beneath the snail with the explosion shot to kill it. Because I don't have enough range to kill it from just standing, but I can hit the ledge it's on, and that's just as good.
Oh, and the explosion does not increase your shot's power; it just makes it easier to hit shit.
Oh, what?
Yeah, those things are not affected by the blue shot, gravity shot, rather.
No, they definitely are, because that's how you get that chest. I think I was just too close to it, and so it went through.
Oh.
See, this whole area over here, this little pocket that I'm going into, is completely pointless, and it's designed to make you think that there's something on the other side of the gap down here, but there's not.
Yeah, getting to the other side of the gap is probably one of the hardest things to do in the entire game. I don't know if it's that hard, but it's ludicrously difficult, and there's absolutely nothing over there, so do not try it.
Yes, I spent a good hour just dying over and over again trying to get over that gap when I first got to this area because because I had no idea what
Yeah,
I was doing.
you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you don't want to go through that door because you need power to get back into the door, and in order to get power, you have to get up here. And sometimes things conspire against you, and they make Moogie moan.
Yeah.
Let's make
Thing-
sure I don't have to climb
thing-
back up.
Things like penguins and fire.
Okay, so
Oh, you solved the puzzle. It's really hard to figure out.
pretty much impossible. Ah, shit.
And I think this area is really where the game starts dicking around with spike balls moving back and forth. Like a good example of how much the author loves these things is the hub rooms at the very end of the game. It's just you wouldn't think they'd be so hard to deal with, but they are because I don't know. It's just he puts them in such precise patterns.
Everything at the end of the game is a good example of how much the creator loves you.
Yeah.
So there's another there's another checkpoint down there, but I forgot to fill up my MP. So let's try that again. Okay, there we
This
go.
kind of struck me as a weird place for a checkpoint.
You know, I think it makes sense because you're gonna want to check out what's on the other side of this wall because there's a ledge here. There's got to be something, right?
No, I mean the room itself is a weird place to put a checkpoint.
It allows you to get about halfway through this area, which is nice, and I still can't get back up because that wall's there, so that was all pointless. That didn't work.
Pro tip: do not jump directly into spikes.
And that didn't work either.
You might want to try shooting it this time.
What's with these crazy ideas of yours?
I know. Who would have ever thought that would work? Oh, watch out for those purple balls.
Gotta watch out for the red balls, too, unless you want those to kill me. Like, that's part of your plan.
I want everything to kill you. And this key is hard to get without killing yourself, but
Ah, shit.
you probably should have just killed yourself on those spikes.
No, I was trying to get to the door there.
Oh, right.
Because that would give me a halfway point in this room, effectively.
Yeah, later on you're going to want to abuse how doors work and that they give you halfway points.
It's probably just easiest to fall from here. There we go.
Yeah.
So I don't want to actually go this way yet.
Oh, is that the timed room?
Yes. We will be doing that shortly, but there's something very, very important over here that I want to get first.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Really want to get this item. And this room is pretty fun, I think. It's a lot of tight jumping. It's also one of the rooms that kind of plays with your expectations of where stuff is going to be when you're getting the treasure chest.
Now, one thing I
Okay.
haven't mentioned yet is that these sonic shots, the ones that knock you around, they have a greatly increased effect in these rooms.
Yeah. And by the way, at the bottom there, you can get hit by that one at the bottom, and it'll just push you back against the wall. There's enough... Like, it looks like there's a blank tile, but you can still stand there.
That's actually what happened to me a moment ago when I died.
Oh.
So you're on drugs.
Well, sometimes it works.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and this is one of the areas where you'll see it's kind of hard to control how high you jump in this game. It's very, very sensitive. Of course, we'll get to a room that's very fun in that
Duck there.
regard much later.
Wow, I'm just playing like ass right now.
Yeah, I can't deny it.
Okay, I should slow down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so this pendant right here, this reduces the effect of the inertia substantially. In fact, it was such a big effect that when I first bought it, I thought that the inertia was gone completely. But it's not. There's actually still quite a bit of inertial force.
And funny enough, the description says it only reduces it slightly.
Yeah, I saw that the description said it reduced it, but I was like, oh, it feels like it just got rid of it entirely. Yay. But it didn't, of course.
Yeah. Oh, and you're meant to have this pendant for the later inertia room, so I'm not really entirely sure that room is possible without the pendant, so you want to buy it.
One of our viewers should totally try that room without the pendant.
Yes, that would be a very great video to watch.
That means I'd have to get through the rest of this area without it too, which would be pretty cool. Although I guess that wouldn't be impossible or anything.
And one thing to note: the stores do not act like doors. You do not get a checkpoint in the room by going through them. So if you die, you go back to the beginning of the room, not the store.
Which is nice because in the room I was just in,
yeah,
if
you had to get back,
you know what?
Pretty good.
I'm just gonna go around the top to do this.
That's not gonna make the jump any easier.
Well, I can just slide off the ledge at the top and hold left and I'll go in, but that's not working from down there for some reason. Of course, this has with it other problems.
Like making simple jumps.
Come on, dude. Jumping over spikes is hard.
Yeah, I remember jumping over spikes in Mario when I was like 5.
Does Mario? Yeah, it does have spikes, I guess.
Actually, I don't think it has floor spikes.
Come on.
I think the
There
lessened inertia is actually working against you there. And note the time in this room. That's pretty much all that needs to be said. Oh, well, I can see you actually practice this room.
Actually, I've been mostly playing this by ear. I didn't practice this area very much. I practiced the next area more.
Well, I guess in beating it normally, you end up practicing it a lot.
Shit. I mean, one nice thing about this area is that it's designed... This room, actually, is that it's designed so that you can pretty much hold right and never stop. I mean, you kind of have to do that because of the timer.
Just make sure you watch out for stray projectiles.
I guess this is like one room in the game where the clock power-up would actually help.
Oh, right, yeah. There's a clock power-up later which adds, like... How many seconds to each room?
I think it adds 10.
Right. I don't really remember because it's completely worthless outside of this one room, and you don't get it until much later. I guess the author just kind of ran out of ideas for power-ups to include at a certain point.
Whew. I was cutting it close at one point.
Nice.
Slowdown's still there. I'll never figure out what's causing that. So this room actually has some jumps that rely on momentum as well. Because normally, when you get a running start on a jump in this game, it doesn't do anything, but in these inertia rooms, it does. So if I were to try and jump these spikes just from standing, it wouldn't work. I gotta get a little bit of a running start.
Ooh.
The trick there is that gaps that are only one space wide often hide things. That may be bullshit, and they're only hiding things in room 4, where the sign tells you so, and in this one, but hey, that's enough of a pattern for me. Now let's see if I can make these simple jumps, eh?
Yeah, let's watch Kefit jump into spikes for 30 minutes. Well, this is not going to end at 30 minutes.
You wish it would.
I do. I have important things to do. And brushing aside in favor of this wonderful Let's Play.
Okay. Now that warp room that you questioned earlier, we can warp back to it.
Yes, you might want to move to the right square first.
This door leads to 61, doesn't it? We can't
Yeah.
go here or here yet, and... Huh. Yeah, this door does lead to 61, okay.
Yeah.
And I haven't... You were saying?
Yeah, I do see how that warp works now. It makes this... It's not really useful going back to this area, but it makes, when you're in this area, movement a lot easier.
Yeah, the warp in the next area is a lot like that as well, and that was dumb of me. I know I need to wait.
Well, yeah, the warp in the next area is great because you don't have to go past that fucking invisible floor room.
Oh, fuck that room so much. I've practiced that room a bit, and you know what? It still might just be a disaster.
You might want to like,
warning.
stop at the door before you
Oh,
get killed by the snail.
We demonstrated earlier that if you go through that door, you have to, like...
Oh, right.
I mean, you know what? I should do it anyway. It'll probably save time in the long run.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not a dumbass. No promises there.
Really no promises there. I'm sorry to all viewers.
Okay. Looks like I made it. I guess that isn't as bad when you have the pendant. A lot of this shit isn't.
Yeah.
See, that was one of my problems, is most of my practice on this area was just on a 100% file.
Oh,
when you have the
yeah,
pendant.
I can see how that would make it a lot harder to deal with.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but you're glad you took that exit now.
Well, I just demonstrated there that I don't have enough range to hit that snail from standing. Which is why I always do.
Did you miss a range power up or something?
I may have at one point. It'll be fine. Oh, I thought that was one block lower. It'll be fine in the long run. Because I remember being able to hit that from standing before.
Yeah, so do I.
In fact, there's a little offshoot in Area 2 that I did miss. That... fuck. That, I think has a range upgrade in it.
Range is, it kind of makes or breaks the game in a few locations. It's not that important otherwise. You probably want to have it fully upgraded just because of the bosses, though.
Yes, it makes a really big difference on the bosses, and it makes a big difference on some other rooms. Like, it would make this one just a little bit easier, because I wouldn't have to think about what I'm doing when I'm shooting that snail.
There's also the giant goddess things that shoot shrapnel at you in the last area, which are more or less impossible if you don't have a certain amount of range and MP.
Yes, those are special.
Oh, yes, this room. I hope you have fun getting the treasure chest and key.
I'm actually have a
I
pretty
think,
good method for doing this one, if I could, like, do it without dying.
Actually, I think it's just the treasure chest that's hard, or... I don't remember. They're all the same collectibles.
Yeah, and this is set up so that if you're hit by one of them, you're pretty much gonna die.
You can also jump into them and kill yourself if that's too long to wait.
Wow, come on. This... yeah. Fuck. So this might take a while. I hope it won't take too long.
So if we have penguins, do these count as the drums? That was a joke, by the way.
That was a pretty bad one.
I try what I can, okay?
I don't think the voice acting is bad enough for that.
Yeah, Asakura-chan has a pretty good voice actor.
Well, I was thinking of getting Nakahara Mai for her. I was thinking that you would enjoy her Dan Matsuma. Because there'd be lots of that.
Yes, if this game were voiced, you would be hearing death screams like every 5 seconds or so. So it's probably good it's not voiced.
Didn't Super Metroid have a death scream?
Yeah, it did. But if you die in Super Metroid, you fucking suck at video games.
Or you're playing... Or you're playing Super Metroid Impossible.
Yes, or one of the other hacks that's mildly difficult. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen a game over in Super Metroid playing it legitimately on a console.
You know, I'm not sure if I have either. Fuck.
Even when I was a kid, like it's really not that hard. This is a very exciting room, so I'm going to check Twitter.
Awesome. Okay, this... I practiced this, but it seems
Really?
to not be helping at all.
Oh my god.
This is fucking awful.
Well, guys, this is kind of gonna set the stage for the rest of the LP. I hope you enjoyed. Oh my god, stop dying.
So how is Twitter treating you?
Oh, well, nothing interesting. No one's talking at IRC either, so I'm stuck with you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. Just concentrate on getting past this piece of shit.
Perhaps you can go and search for Teru in the gulag. Oh, fuck.
He usually announces his presence when he awakens from slumber, so I'm not sure that'll help.
Well, if he's been captured by a gulag, then, you know, he might need someone to rescue him. We can make the sequel to this game be about that.
So it's like, I want to overthrow the gulag.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty artistic and political.
Well, that was wonderful.
I think that game would get a lot of good reviews from hipsters. Oh my god.
I don't know why this is giving me so much trouble. Well, one thing I keep doing consistently, and I'll say this even though I'm going to keep doing it, I'm sure I'm almost out of time. Fuck! Well, one thing I keep doing consistently is I keep standing up too soon. I don't know why I can't break this habit.
I think, actually, that's something I do too. I think it's because the way her sprite looks, it looks like you can get up earlier than you actually can.
I think that you're drawn to the main part of her sprite when she's ducking, which is her head, but she actually gets up more near her feet.
So yeah. Oh my
Thank
god.
God. And that
that's
was
a range upgrade for the magic shot.
Yeah, that actually has some uses later on, although I'm not sure how necessary it is.
I don't think it's really very necessary at all, to be honest. And yeah, there's a nice little Kaizo trap up there, but that's about it as far as difficulty goes for the rest of the room.
Yes. We're actually almost at the boss, so we're making pretty good time, I think.
Oh, this area is a lot shorter than I thought it was. Or, well, remembered it being.
Well,
because it took me a lot longer
when you're first going through it, you don't know what you're doing, and there's the explosion power-up and everything, and it's like a royal pain in the ass, and you just want to kill yourself.
I didn't get the pendant the first time through here. Which made everything a lot harder than it needed to be, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can't really imagine doing this without the pendant. That wouldn't be fun.
And this is kind of a self-explanatory room. You've got block shooters, and it's kind of timing-based, so you want to be able to, like... You want to be able to, like, perform basic pattern recognition and move in time with time.
Move in time with time.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one. Okay, so this is actually the boss. We're not going to fight it yet, because I have some more collection to do. That's a bubble key. You might not know what it does, but it makes that platform appear. So the key in this room fooled me for a while, because I thought you had to shoot that wall. It obviously has that little marking on it. But, oh, that was dumb of me. I committed suicide because I was like, I just want to get back to the exit, but that's actually the easiest way to get to the chest, is just to walk through this wall.
And to jump up here and blow up a wall.
But we're not quite done yet. Because I'm sure you all noticed that chest down there.
Chest? You mean door?
Door, chest, same thing.
they're quite a bit different.
Says you.
Yeah, actually, down here in the south, chest and doors, we don't distinguish between them. So, like, you go home and you just kind of walk into a bunch of coins.
Coins, I love coins so much.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
These penguins aren't spinning, they're hopping, so... Did
you think they were spinning? Was that part of your joke?
No, no, I'm just making another joke. Jesus Christ. How retarded do you think I am?
I don't know.
I was just
pretty retarded.
I was trying to make up for you sucking so much of the game, okay?
I don't think anything can make up as that. Maybe like Teru's Egyptian voodoo magic can, and I can't make that jump. I'm a dumbass.
Dash across the spikes.
I have post-traumatic stress disorder related to dashing. Perhaps it's because you're such a dashing retard, Moogie.
Well, see, like, it's next to a penguin, and where do you get the dash power up in Mega Man X? That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Okay, you've got me there. That's pretty obvious. I should have put 2 and 2 together. Whoa, that was a pretty clutch dodge there. Alright. So the funny thing is I'm going to kill myself there, and you can actually skip this entire room by just, well, hoping it doesn't
very
lag.
careful.
And there you go. And then you can just fall down and get the other shit. But I felt like actually showing off what the room was.
Yeah, but you don't really want to do it again, so just cheat.
You know, it's kind of...
Well, he probably intended you to be able to do that.
Well, he did, because that's the only way to get the chest. It's just kind of weird that he didn't put in a way to prevent you from doing that. Like, the bubble key could have blocked that off for a while. Okay, so...
Wow.
That's also a preview of what's to come. I really hate this boss. I'm really bad at it. And, yeah. This is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to probably watch me die a lot.
As you can see, when you get hit by the boss, it just bounces you around, and it has no lethal attacks of its own.
And the music isn't that great either, unfortunately.
I can't hear any music except the delicious sound of your keys.
It's like some southern rodeo music with guitar or something. You'd probably relate to it.
Yeah, I'm sure I'd love that. If only you had a banjo. Oh, and you might notice that there's a bunch of time power-ups, and you're low on time. So,
although you're not that low on time. I mean, they give you a shitload of the time clocks, but you have way more than enough time to complete this room.
Yeah. I think the designer just kind of wanted to add a gimmick to it. Another gimmick. I don't know. He was bored.
Oh, shit.
Wow, great job.
Yeah, I'm going to say right now that this is probably the boss I'm worse at. So, Moogie, I hope you're comfortable, and I hope you're ready to fill the dead air.
Oh, God. I'm not really sure I can handle that. So, guys, it's we're recording this on Super Bowl Sunday, so you can tell that we have lots of stuff going on in our lives.
You can tell that we are highly interested in the Super Bowl itself.
Yeah.
I know that one team beat another team.
There was, like, stuff at halftime.
And apparently there were commercials.
And I ate a bunch of food that my parents prepared.
And I think they were playing football, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so all I really know how to do for this boss is kind of stand on a platform and wait for it to circle around, and then shoot it a bunch and hope I don't die.
I don't think there's really much of a strategy for this boss, but at the same time, that made it pretty easy for me because, I don't know, for some reason I'm actually pretty good at not dying when I get bumped around.
I'm awful at it. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. And one thing to note, this guy has a shitload of HP.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest problem with this guy. I think we said the exact same thing for the moth.
Well, it's a recurring problem with the bosses.
Except with the moth, it's a lot easier to not die. This guy, you'll just kind of die sometimes. Or you'll miss a jump and you'll die from that. That's how I've died most of the times, is I've missed a random jump.
Yeah, so if you're like actually capable of performing simple functions, you might be able to beat this guy pretty easily.
Yeah, if you're capable of performing simple functions, this is a good game for you. I mean, I think anyone who can jump, so that covers almost everyone who's played Mario, can find success at this game. Oh!
Oh god. Oh, and you might notice that there's ice, and that's just because it makes you slippier.
Yeah,
I tried to say a word there, it didn't come out right.
I believe you tried to say slipperier.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, so the ice, it combines with the inertia physics, and it also combines with the knockback bullets to just basically make you fly off to the other side of the room.
I think part of your problem here is you're not being aggressive enough. You need to try and get off more shots on him.
Well,
and
it survives
right there,
somehow.
You should have just stood where you were.
The one problem is I'm trying to position myself so that I'm on the correct side of this guy to do what I want to do before I jump into his bullets and die.
I honestly don't think this boss is that hard, but I guess it kind of depends on how you approach being able to deal with the bullets. And
see, hard isn't the word I think of with him. I just suck at him. I can't... It's not the same sort of dodging that the rest of the game involves. And I'm also really, really bad at reacting to getting hit by the knockback bullets properly.
Yeah. You can save yourself most of the time if you like push a direction immediately. Oh, see, like if you'd held right there.
I was holding right the entire time.
Okay, well, if you had held both rights and dashed.
Dashing may have helped, yeah.
Also, I'm not really sure what this boss is supposed to be.
I think you called it the ghost boss once, which is, well, it's as good as anything else.
I don't think I called it anything.
Maybe Teru called it that, I don't know. Someone did.
It's just a big ball, a transparent ball. with a retarded looking face on it.
Yes, it fits into this game very well, I agree.
God damn, it has a lot of HP.
Ah, shit.
Oh, shit. You know, I like how you explode into like a billion stars when you die. It reminds me of the Eternal Sphere in Star Ocean 2.
Okay, well I just learned that if you jump on the top level, you die. So I'm slowly learning, people. This boss fight might end at some point.
It's good to be able to learn from your mistakes. It's a life skill everyone should acquire at some point. Okay, like it's past 8 p.m. Teru's time and he's still not awake. So like a pro tip to all you childrens out there, try to wake up before 8 p.m. at night. Like if you go to bed at any like sort of sane hour,
Oh, thank God. Okay. What? No, no, no!
I love it when you get like a long way into a fight and you think it's gonna go well, and then you die. You make some stupid mistake and die.
Yeah, this boss and the moth boss are the worst about that because they have so much HP.
Yeah. The next boss is I don't like the next boss at all.
The next boss is dumb, but at least it's really easy if you have the power-up that you didn't have because you're
Yeah.
a complete and utter masochist who hates mice.
Yes, I didn't want to get the power up that would have made the next boss incredibly easy. So it took me like 2 hours or something. Which is something I've been meaning to mention. This game is actually very long for a platformer.
Yes, it took me more than 24 hours my first time through to find everything and 100% it.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And that didn't take as long as I thought. We were at 45 minutes, and we're already past Area 5.
So that just gave me one of the treasures of the dungeon. Again, it doesn't do anything. Oh, I probably need to blow up. Oh no, I just need to not fail my jump. Okay, well, we know how hard that is for me.
You need the air dash, clearly.
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure we didn't miss anything. So these two rooms we can't get to yet, and we can't get this treasure until much later. Alright, so that's gonna finish up this video. So we'll see you guys in just a little bit.